Welcome to Dulles International Airport. Looks like we got a Gulfstream taxiing out. Today we were plane spotting here. We got some 757s. Got two Airbus A300s. We got an MD-11 UPS. Looks pretty good. And down there, we have an Aleutian IL-96. Yes, I'm using a actual camera this time, so I can get some more zoomed in shots. And later, when it stops raining, I'll pull out a tripod so it's less shaky. But right now, sorry, we have a Phantom coming in. Yes, Phantom. Somewhere. Oh, wait, whoops. And then we have the Gulfstream going out soon here. So cool. So next is an Airbus A320 300, Airbus A320 It's a special livery! Guatemala livery. Next is the KLM Airbus A330-200. Next we got a KLM Airbus A330. If it's a little unstable right now, it's because I don't have the tripod. Once I get the tripod, it'll be much better. And then there's also a Qatar 777 that just did a go-round here a few minutes ago. They'll be landing on this runway. Oh wow, a lot of vapor. There's a Cessna Citation. Look at the Avianca again. Now comes the Qatar 777. Let's see it coming out. Look at the Cessna Citation. Looking very good taxiing down the runway. Rear thrust buckets open. Qatar Boeing 777 coming in for an arrival. Look at the vortices coming off that. That's absolutely crazy. He did just do a go-around because he would have collided with an aircraft. If he did not do a go-around. A lot of vapor. Good run. Good landing. Look at the A330. IL-96. Maybe it'll load up and take off later. Gulfstream going for takeoff. And Morrow's Aviation will be plane spotting here. We might see him today. It's really raining. And that Gulfstream is gone. So I was eating my food because, well, we're going to be here for a while. And I missed a British Airways 777. It's okay though. We're going to see some more. Whoa! Wow! 777 coming out of maintenance. So he was in that hangar right there. And that tail right there is a C-40 Clipper. Got a 737 landing. Smooth. And if I turn around, got the Virgin Atlantic Airbus A330, and then I'll turn back around here in a few seconds and we'll see a Saudi Arabian 777. Look it! It's a 777-200. And there's the Saudi 777. It is no longer raining, so I might set up the tripod here in a few minutes. Like once I'm done with my food. Hold on. There we go. Alright, crazy vortices. Vapor and vortices. Beautiful. Nice. I know it's bad to say this, but now I feel like a real plane spotter. So we are trying out a new spot. There's currently a Etihad 787 landing. It's much more windy. So I'm going to set up the tripod in just a few seconds, so we won't have that crazy shake. And Morrow's Aviation might be setting up right here too. Wow, look at the ramp right now. Saudi 777, all the little planes, and the British 777. And the Etihad will now join them here in just a few seconds. And the IL-96 down there. The C-40 Clipper down there. Wow! Alright, sorry for being so late on this arrival. Here's the United 787. Beautiful landing for the harsh conditions right now. It's pretty windy. It's a 787-8. Oh, and there's a Gulfstream. That's something I don't see a lot in the G500 livery. Alright, I'm gonna set the tripod up now. Oh, there's an Allegiant A320. I need to rotate this up. Hold on. Alright. We are now on the tripod and we got a 777 landing. You can tell we're on the tripod now. Exactly tell. Air France 777. Oh, this might be a bad landing. Wow, vapor. Oh! Alright, so we got 2 777s right now. We got one that turned around completely. Look we got vapor on this 777. And tiptoe in. Nice. Now here comes the queen of the skies, the Boeing 747. Whoa, snap. Oh my gosh. That was a hard landing. Wow. Oh gosh. Wow, I didn't catch that good at all, but... And you ready for it to disappear? And here it goes. Bye-bye. 767. Landing at Dulles. Here comes a Hawker 400 XP. Touchdown. Small little reverse thrust of the Hawker Beechcraft. Oopsies, I kicked the tripod. Alright, here we go. United Boeing 777 landing here now. This is gonna be a good one. That was very smooth, actually. Sorry, here comes the 737-900. I do not remember what private airline this is, but it is a Cessna Citation. That is a pretty cool color. Fly Alliance, sorry. Oh my god, I keep kicking the tripod. You know what? Here. Got you. Won't be any more jiggly tripod from now on. Fly Alliance. Cessna Citation. A beautiful landing. Here comes the Breeze Airbus A220 arriving into Dulles. And Morrow's Aviation, which was supposed to start at 4, got delayed till 4:30, is still not here, and it is around like 4:50. So nice landing, and we also have a southwest landing here soon, possibly. Oh, whoops. Wow, he has almost come to a full stop on the runway. Alright, I almost just missed the Gulf Stream. I'm not doing good, but here it is. It's gonna roll farther than the jet. Oh, hold up. Oh, yeah. Please turn back towards me. Yes. Oh, yes. Something's taken off. And now the Southwest coming in. Sorry. And if I turn this, we got a Southwest 737-800 landing right now. Here comes the Gulfstream G200 Galaxy. And then after this is a Gulfstream G280 taking off. Butter landing. That is a loud private jet. And we do have an Allegiant coming down towards us. Maybe it will take off on this runway, hopefully. Alright, so I know it might just be like, oh, it looks like a private jet. No, there's actually currently a medical emergency. Like, look. Oh, I thought that was an ambulance. But yeah, there's currently a medical emergency on this Gulfstream G280 that was about to just take off. Like, you can hear the ambulance coming in the background. And if it comes on this road, maybe I'll even show it. Huh?
That shouldn't be for that.
Yeah, look. Here it comes. Yeah, that is for, I'm pretty sure that is for that. And then Morrow's Aviation is live. He's in front of this MD-11. So yeah. Oh my gosh. Look it, you can see the lights. There's a fire truck for some reason. Alright, we got the Swiss Airlines Airbus A330 coming in. And if you hear some guy in the background, that's the live stream of Morrow's, which is a few planes down, or a few parking spots down. I'll show you where he is when this thing comes in. This is the Swiss A330 and hopefully the butter landing. Oh my god! That landing was right behind the FedEx 757. Or that's an A300. Oh my, I kicked it again. So it's gonna turn off here, and then if we zoom this out, we can look right here at this MD-11. So he is just down there in front of the MD-11 here. It's a nice looking A330. Here, I'll let it taxi by for y'all. Airbus A321 XLR going for takeoff on the side runway. Wow, that is a steep climb out, wow. And bye-bye. Alright, so we've changed spots because the winds have changed just a little bit. So there goes a 767-400.
Quite a line of planes getting ready to take off.
Arriving in, and then if we look over here, got a rollout takeoff happening. There goes the Brussels Airbus A330. Looks like we got some other things arriving here soon. Hopefully we get something to arrive on this runway, you know, but if not, it's okay, because you just saw. And then also, I guess we can technically count him as my friend. If you want to actually see some arrivals, go check out Morrow Aviation, and he did a live stream today. So yesterday's live stream, I'll put the date, or I'll put his channel, or that video in the description, so that way you can watch some of the arrivals, like the actual touchdowns. But look at that A330 going up into the sky. And he is gone. And it's just going to be repetitive action as we have this 767-300 going out. I thought that was something landing, but it's just a CRJ 900 that's gonna land on the other runway. We got a Cessna Citation arriving. There's cars now. We got a Cessna Citation arriving into the airport, and the 767 is now taking off. Go ahead, and here it is. Next. Oh, there's birds crossing the runway. Hopefully we don't have a bird strike. That would be really bad, but content. Looks like there's a Gulfstream arriving in. Where are you? There it is. That actually looks like a Bombardier Global. And here goes the Alitalia, wow. ITA Airbus A330 out for takeoff, so later we'll get to hopefully see the 747 takeoff even. And there's something that might come out and take off. Go ahead. check flight radar. That's why it's going to be a little shaky here. Alright, the 777 is up next. So as the A330 goes out, that was actually a Challenger 605 that just came in so as that goes out, hold on. So that was a Challenger 605 actually from, wow! Get that CRJ. Gonna pan back over here. But that Challenger 605 is actually from Isle of Man, so that's pretty cool. Now let's watch the 787 take off. Oh, and there is the Virgin Atlantic A330 pulling out. You can see it back there. We got the Virgin Atlantic A330, we got an A320, we got a 787. So those are both United. And we have the United 777-300ER gonna head out to Frankfurt. Oh, here goes the 787. Oh dang, we're about to have a loud takeoff from this 777-300. Go ahead and crack open my drink. Be here for a while, so. That's actually a 767. I apologize. Oh no, that is a 787. Not the one that's taking off, the one that's taxiing that I said was a 787. Is a 787. And now we have the 777 lining up. And now we get to feel the power of the GE90. Well, you don't get to feel it, you get to hear it. I get to feel it, so. Well, let's watch this take off. Here goes the 777. Now for takeoff. Check in the radar. Air China's coming in at about 17 minutes. There it goes. There's a flock of birds. Luckily there's no plane there. And there goes the 777. Going out. What the United doing? Virgin Atlantic Airbus A330 going out for takeoff on runway 1C, and there's a United 767 down at the private jet terminal for some reason. 1 second after this takes off, we'll have the British Airways Boeing 777. And then we'll figure out what goes on from there. There it goes the Airbus A330. Wow, look at the vortices. Here's the British Airways Boeing 777 taxiing out. wait for that to taxi out, let's get a good look at that ATC tower. And yes, I'm right next to a road. i.e. that's why there's a car. And the 767 is literally just sitting down at the private terminal. Let's watch this 777-300 ER takeoff. This is a Boeing 777-300 ER, British Airways 216. There it goes. Not as much because it's a little farther out this time. But let's watch this 777. A car just like flew away. Okay, please Aer Lingus land on this runway. Please Aer Lingus. I've never had to beg an airplane to land on a runway. Although it might. It might. Hopefully it will. There goes the 777 anyway there. So over here we got a Cessna Citation about to land. And then I'm gonna say probably about 6 to 10 minutes we'll have the Air China 747-8, and then I would say also around 6 to 10 minutes for the Lufthansa 747-8 takeoff. Dang it. There's that Cessna Citation, and then there's an Aer Lingus behind that. But there is a NetJet coming in real close behind that, so hopefully it has to get diverted to this runway just so I can see something land here. Next up, we got the Aer Lingus Airbus A321LR arriving here into Dulles. We also have the 767-400 going to drop down the camera real quick and watch this thing take off. The 747 is going to come by at around 4,000 feet, so I won't be able to see it because the clouds are only at like 3,000 feet today. Or not 3,000, they're like... Here, I'll tell you how high this... 767 is when it disappears. 125. So it's 125 currently. That should be going up yet. Private jet. And it is completely gone. It says at 555 feet. So yeah, really, really low cloud altitude today. So yeah, probably won't be able to see much. We were over there earlier. There's the tower. And then there's some planes right there. Yippee, I love planes. Here comes the Boeing 737 MAX 8. There goes the 777-200. Why I sound so depressed is because nothing's landing on this runway. And That truck just went by and everyone in that truck was looking at me weirdly. Are they turning around? That would have been funny if they did turn around. Alright, here's the big reveal. Will the 747 come on this runway? Probably not. But there's literally absolutely nothing in the departure line. This is one of the only runways that's actually been used every time I've been here, except the only time I haven't seen a big plane land on this runway. I almost just fell. But the only time I haven't seen a big plane land on this runway was during Innovations in Flight when the 2 choppers were here. The CH-53 and the MH-50, or MH-60. So please, it might. So the 747-8 has gotten to the other runway. I just hope something lands. Oh, there it is! There it is! Wow, look at that! The 747-8 Air China in the clouds. Wow, look at all that vapor. Look at all that vapor. I just wish they were still landing on the north side. And there's an E-170, but we're not going to watch that. Alright, so there we got a 777. We also got emergency vehicles on the apron. We also got a 737 landing, but finally, after like 5 years, we have something landing on runway 1 right. It is just a Cessna Citation, but finally, there's your 737. Now, the Cessna Citation XLS, which it'll pop out of the clouds actually, so it's probably up there. So it's 750 feet, 725, there it is. Yes. So the clouds are around 700 feet. Let's finally go. Oh my God. Let's finally go. Wow. And now there's a 777 taxiing out, so maybe stuff will start landing on this runway. Hopefully, I should say. Depending on where this lands, I might have to move out a little. I'm gonna move out a little. Anyway. Boeing 777-300ER. Heading out to Brussels, UAL 950. We'll watch that departure here in just a few seconds. There goes the United Airlines Boeing 777. Out for departure. We do have an American Airlines CRJ 900LR coming in later in about 4 minutes. And the Iceland Air 737 has entered the other runway pattern, so not having a great time. That was nice. Nice lift off. And now the Icelandair Boeing 737 MAX 9, I believe, MAX 8, sorry, is now coming in on runway 1 center. Everything has been coming in on runway 1 center, but luckily we can still see runway 1 center pretty well. As you can tell, there's the Icelandair. I'm just kind of angry that every single plane is going there. So, well, there was that. I'm sorry it's not good, but stuff is actually happening on this runway. Wow, look at the... Alright, I must set this up properly now, as we have more stuff coming in. Is that gonna land? Oh my, that was hard. Here comes the Alaskan One World Boeing 737-900. Oh wow, look at the vortices. Livery. The vortices look absolutely insane. Oh my, hard landing, holy cow. We got Shelly the sea turtle coming out. There's an airplane coming in. That's a Dassault Falcon. So there's a 737 about to take off. Well, this is gonna land first, as you can tell. Touchdown. And we get the 737, and then you can see that other wing of the 747 that we watched land just a few minutes, well, hours ago, technically. And we have the Air France A350 almost on final approach. The A380 getting close as well. So, we'll see. Got a Bombardier Challenger 300 FlexJet coming in. And now we get to see the size comparison of the 737 as it goes out. And just wait a few seconds as I turn the camera. And the 747. Look at that. It's crazy. Now the A350 is turning. Alright, we got my first ever 747 takeoff from behind that I'm gonna see right here, right now. And the A350 Air France is coming. Oh, and here it goes. And the Lufthansa A380 is here. So here comes here it goes, the Lufthansa 747 that we watched arrive earlier. It's gonna disappear a lot quicker this time. We might get some wing vapor, a lot of wing vapor if so. And it's rotating. Wing vapor, wow, wow! Wow, that's a lot of wing vapor down there. And it is gone. Here comes the Airbus A350 900. Air France. Alright, let's see this landing. Ooh, that was pretty good. So now about to come out of the clouds, the Airbus A380-800 from Lufthansa Airlines, coming in all the way from Munich. About to come out of these clouds and fly right over our head. Where is it? I don't even see the lights. There it is. The Airbus A380. Whoa, that's something cool. Oh, whoops, sorry. I was zooming in on my phone. So I have both my phone and my... Oh no. Why am I saying oh no? That's why I said oh no, holy cow. We can see the wings drop down real low. We're gonna see a bunch of cool planes as well today. This is the Global 6000. That really looks like a CRJ, but it's not. Next up, we got a Cessna Citation 680A coming in from Belmar, NetJets 514. Oh snap, that was a little bit of a hard landing. E145XR. It did a little circle around because I got too close to the A380. Oh, a little bit of a bounce. but it made it. Here comes the Airbus A350-900 SAS Airlines arriving into Dulles. Oh man! Alright, hit that flare. Nice. Here comes the Boeing 777 from Frankfurt. Oh my god, oh my. Wow. Next up we got a 777 from London Heathrow. Already creating wing vapor. Tiptoe from the 777, which is a normal thing. Next we have an Avelo Boeing 737. Next up we have the Avelo Boeing 737 700 coming from New Haven, VXP 481. Wow. That was a little bit bad camera work there, but you can still see some vortices. Nice touchdown. Nice. We got a Vista America Challenger. My first Vista jet, and or Vista America, which is what it is actually. And it lands pretty smoothly, actually. Here comes the 737 Max 8 from Mongento Bay. I probably said that wrong. I most likely said that wrong. Montego, sorry. Wow. Let's catch this landing. And next is the Turkish 777, then a United 737 again. That one is a Max 9 from San Juan. Then it's the British Airways Airbus A380. Here comes the Boeing 777 coming out of the clouds. Wow. Wow! That's a lot of vapor! Off the 777, wiggling like crazy. Woo! Alright, a lot of vapor. A lot of vortices. Wow, sorry. Oh, my hard landing! I just barely caught it, but I did catch it because I was looking back at the vortices that it made. They're not there. That was a super hard landing. Holy cow. Next is a 737 MAX 9, and then NetJet actually cut in front of the A380 from Cleveland. It's a Embraer Phenom. And then the British Airways Airbus A380 after that. We got a quick intermission because we got a crane up here. That looks pretty cool. It's behind a sign now. We do have a Embraer Phenom from Embraer Phenom 300 from Cleveland. And next up is the British Airways Airbus A380. Oh man. And the 737 MAX 9 did do it like a loop around. Here comes the British Airways Airbus A380 out of the clouds. That was so cool. Will it land hard? Oh, big bounce. Wow. Wow. Here comes the 737 MAX 9 in the Continental livery. Vortices. Oh, and there's a 747 or 767 getting towed back there. Interesting. Here comes the E145 XR from Rochester, New York. I don't know what this is. Looks like a Challenger.
350.
Yeah, Challenger 350. Because I have the filter on just for I-80. So it's not scheduled to arrive here, but yet it probably is. Darker. Oh, dang. Got a United 737 that did a go-around on the other runway.
Got a front
And now we got a Phenom 300. Now here comes the Phenom 300E from Milwaukee. Got the pilot's light on, and the cabin light. Here comes the Boeing 737 MAX 9 that was made in March of 2025, and for arrival here, runway 1. Oh! C-40 Clipper took off. Oh, sorry. Getting nighttime, so we're gonna do some nighttime spotting. We're gonna see an FA-50 and a TAP Air Portugal. When I said, I might have said A350 on accident. It's a Dassault Falcon 50. This is the Dassault Falcon 50 coming in for an arrival. This is a tri-jet. As you can very much tell. And next is the TAP Airbus A321. And then I'm gonna film an outro with Dulles in the background. Alright, here comes the TAP Air Portugal Airbus A321 in from Lisbon. Oh my. It's very bright because, well, it's cloudy and dark. Coming down to the ground. Oh my. Alright. Here comes the Wheels Up Cessna Citation 570, or 750, sorry. And it could also somehow be in the NetJets color. It is a Wheels Up though. It is in the NetJets color, so it looks like a NetJet, but it's actually a Wheels Up Cessna Citation, right there, 750. Cessna Citation X. It's Twitter. Touching down behind the building. Oh, never mind. That's touching down far. And yeah. Alright, everyone, thank you so much for watching this video, and thank you so much for 700 subscribers, or almost. It could be it's not at 700 yet, but it could be when I post this video. Thank you guys so much, and I hope you enjoyed that video. I hope to see you in the next video, so bye-bye, everyone.